Hey, y'all. This is Austin360 Studio Sessions, sponsored by Bud Light. I'm your host, Amber Rebold, and we have an amazing show for you today. So, as always, we're going to have a performance followed by a little Q&A session. Without further ado, Taimane.
Thank you very much. Mahalo and aloha. Welcome. My name is Taimane. I've been playing the ukulele, also known as the ukulele, since I was 5 years old. Absolutely love it. This is my very first time here in Austin and playing South by Southwest. It's pretty amazing. I have an amazing band behind me. Please give a round of applause for Jonathan on cajon. We also have Ramiro on guitar. And Miss Melissa on violin and vocals. And that last song was kind of a warm-up, so we're gonna start off now with a medley. It's called E Ala E. It's a Hawaiian chant. It's actually a sunrise chant. E Ala E means to rise. And then from there, we're gonna go into an original called Jupiter. I've written a song for each planet, so we're gonna take a little journey in the solar system. Here we go. goodness, thank you. It's a workout. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Well, this next number is called Mars. And the god that resides on this planet is Ares. He is the god of war, the god of chaos. And we are actually in for a treat. We have a dancer that's going to be joining us. He's also from Hawaii. And you're going to hear a chant in this song. It's called the haka. And it's what you see before they play rugby. It's a battle chant from New Zealand. So we're going to showcase that. Get back to our island roots, born and raised in Hawaii, and it's an absolute pleasure to be the only Hawaiian artist in South by Southwest. So trying to share our culture, and I'm still out of breath from that last song. So this one is called Mars. Please give an applause for Enormous. It is the god of war. It has to be a little chaotic for that last one. We're going to leave you with one more original. My last album was all about the elements, so earth, wind, fire, water. So we're going to leave you with Fuego, Fire. Also give a round of applause for Miss Melissa. She's pretty amazing. She's from Brooklyn, New York. She's from New York. Mahalo. Thank you.
That was amazing. Taimane means diamond. Is that right? Yep. Tell me a little about, tell me about your culture and your name and how all that came to be for you.
So Taimane means diamond in Samoan. My mother was from Samoa, which is an island below Hawaii. It's in the Polynesian triangle. And she named me Taimane and my sister Tewila. And then my dad's from Arizona.
Of course.
So I have Caucasian, and then I also have Samoan roots, but was born and raised in Hawaii.
So you're saying your middle name's Rachel? Taimane Rachel.
It's actually Tau Ili Ili Babilaus Gardner. Yeah. We have very long middle names in Hawaii. Thank you.
Well, what I love is that they probably didn't realize what a multifaceted performer you would end up being. You seem to have a lot of your culture and your background in your music, but there's a lot of different world sounds in there. How much of your travel influences your music?
Definitely a lot. That's what I love about playing ukulele is traveling. I just came back from Israel and Egypt, and just listening to those cultures. There's something so beautiful about each culture. So I try and incorporate that into my music. Whenever I go to play or perform in a country, I try to learn a song from their country. So I know a song in Hebrew, I know a song in Japanese, Cantonese, Mandarin, Tahitian, Samoan. So it's been really fun.
Wow. Speaking of your instrument, I think we're all used to a slightly different sound and vibe from this instrument. Is what you're doing something that the world has not been exposed to, or are you kind of pioneering this different, vibrant way of playing?
I would say that it's been around for a while, but it's just getting exposure now. I definitely wouldn't say I'm pioneering, but my teacher, Jake Shimabukuro, definitely started that, and we've just been jamming it out ever since. And it's just amazing and exciting to see this ukulele grow and become almost or just as serious as a guitar or a piano or a violin.
That was probably the most serious guitar I've ever seen, so I would say it's definitely there. Speaking of your group that you introduced, how did y'all meet? How did you become a group? How long have you been performing together?
So it's funny, these two I actually met over Facebook and the internet.
Right, like you do these days.
I was looking for musicians to play on the East Coast, so Melissa I met on Facebook, and then Ramiro, I was looking for a guitarist for the mainland, and he goes to Berkeley, so we kind of put something out at the Berkeley School of Music, and he reached out. And then Jonathan here, we've been playing music together for over 9 years, and I went to his gallery in Oahu for an open mic, and we played music together, and we've been playing music ever since.
Very cool. And I actually heard that we had somebody yesterday, the Trouble Notes, and y'all know each other. How have you crossed paths with other artists lately?
Instagram. It's amazing
the
what
internet,
social
guys.
Right? It's amazing what the social media can do. So I found them over Instagram, and we started talking. We've talked for over 2 years, and yesterday was the first time we actually met.
Oh, how fun. And this is your first time doing South by Southwest, and it's your first time in Austin, or you've been here before?
I've been here before, but my very first time playing music in Austin, and especially my first time here in South by Southwest. Just want to say huge mahalo to Robert. Thank you.
That's
for
awesome.
having me. Thank you.
Tell us where you're going to be playing.
Let's see. We're playing at the Driscoll tonight at 8 p.m. So badges, I believe there are tickets at the door, first come, first serve.
Nice. That's a great venue.
Yes. I hear it's haunted, so I'm excited.
That is a little bit of a rumor, so if you're feeling up to it, you can always, hang around after and see how weird things get. You are in Austin, right? So the other thing I want to ask you is, you had some Zeppelin.
Yes.
How much do you find yourself doing fusion between classical music, rock, things like that? And how does your brain sort of start processing how to combine those?
Good question. So I started playing a lot of covers. I actually started playing on the streets of Waikiki when I was a young child, and what people what they recognize is what they connected to. So I played a lot of Led Zeppelin, a lot of classical music, a lot of oldies. My dad showed me to Led Zeppelin. And I don't know how they come together. They just all come together. I love playing music that I like listening to, so that's mostly classical. We even do System of a Down. We do
Heard
some
you warming up with that.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be playing that at the Driscoll, and then we're also playing this Friday for Global Fest on 6th Street.
Oh, awesome. So you're going to be in Austin. People will have a couple chances to see you here.
Yes.
And you're doing a really big tour right now. You had a recently sold out show in New York, which is kind of a big deal.
Yes.
And you're going to be doing a European tour.
Yes, in May. I try and take it day by day, so I'm here for today. I'm present, but there's a lot going on. But I'm just excited to be here for the very first time and show what the ukulele can do with my whole band and also the dancer Enormous.
That was an amazing thing, I think, for everyone to see. That's a very powerful performance. One last question that we had before the show was, you write things about, you write songs for the planets, you write for the elements. I think people resonate easily with how people can write lyrics about certain things, but what's your writing process when you're taking inspiration from, say, an element or a planet and putting that into music?
I try to personify the element or the topic that I'm writing about. So I have a song about the moon, so I try and think about what would she sound like, who would she be if she were a person, and what would she be feeling. And then almost images, like a movie happens in my head, and I try and write music, like a movie score to those images.
Wow. That's beautiful. Well, I'm very happy for Austin that you will get a chance to see Taimane tonight and Friday. Thank you so much for coming. This was another episode of Austin360 Studio Sessions, sponsored by Bud Light, and we will see you next time. Thanks.